We have a real problem with racism in the United States. What is racism? Racism is a discrimination against another race, another group of people, based on my feelings of superiority. Like all sin, racism is a perversion of something that is good. It is good that you and I love our families. It's good that you and I love our communities. What goes wrong is we begin to think that our families, our communities, our race, our sex is superior to somebody else. No. All human beings have equal value because the value of a human being has nothing to do with whether they're like you or like me. Rather, the value of a human being is based on the fact that God created all of us in His image. Are we ever going to get rid of lust? No. Why? Because lust is simply the perversion of something very good, sexual attraction. Are we ever going to get rid of pride totally? No. Why? Because pride is simply a twisting of something which is very good, healthy self-esteem. In the same way, we're never going to get rid of racism totally, but we can begin to put laws in place where an employer is not allowed to sexually discriminate against an employee. Another law where an employer is not allowed to racially discriminate against someone. You and I can put laws into place that communicate men are not allowed to make sexually lewd comments about women in the workplace. You and I can put laws in place where if an employer sexually molests someone, they will be prosecuted for that. So, although we are never going to totally change the human heart, although we're never going to have utopia, we can begin to move in a healthy, good direction. Those of us who are married know that we're never going to have total peace in our marriage. We're always going to have disagreements. But a healthy marriage is between two people who can work through their disagreements and build peace. Often, it's forgiveness. It's confessing my sin and being forgiven. It's another person confessing their sin to me and me forgiving them. That is the basis of building a peaceful relationship. Now, that is exactly what Jesus Christ pointed out is the problem between you and God, between me and God. You and I have rebelled against God. You and I have committed cosmic treason. You and I, in our own sophisticated ways, have flipped God off. Now, Jesus Christ is God come to the rescue. He bled and died on a cross, he claimed, to pay the penalty for our wrongdoing that alienates us, that separates us from God. Have you accepted Christ? Have you accepted the reconciliation that God offers you by trusting in His Son, Jesus Christ? That is an offer you and I must accept. It's the most incredible offer in the world. It's not a slick sales job. It's not manipulation. It's not coercion. It's God humbling Himself, becoming weak, born as a baby, laid in a manger in Bethlehem, living a sinless life, and then allowing human beings to nail Him to a cross. You talk about self-restraint. The all-powerful God restrains Himself, becomes a human being, a baby. You talk about self-restraint. The all-powerful God becomes a human being who allows human beings to nail Him to a cross. You've got it in Christ. Why did He do it? He restrained Himself in order to sacrifice His life on a cross to bring peace between God and a sinful human race. Have you as an individual responded to Christ's offer of forgiveness for twisting the good gifts that God has given you? Some of those good gifts are love for family and love for community that in a weird way can be twisted into racism. Another gift is self-esteem, healthy self-esteem, that in a weird way can be twisted into pride and arrogance. Another one of those gifts is sexuality, which can be twisted into lust. Allow Christ to forgive you. Allow His grace to begin to heal you, begin to straighten out the twistedness. That is what a follower of Christ is. Someone who's opened their life up to God's grace, who allows Christ to reconcile them to God, and then who allows Christ to turn them into a minister of reconciliation, bringing the different races together, bringing the different sexes together, bringing different people of different backgrounds with different talents and abilities together. That is peace. the biblical view of shalom? Do you have peace with God? Do you have reconciliation with God that Jesus promises to all who trust in Him? You can have it when you simply ask Christ for forgiveness, put your faith in Him, and commit your life to Him. God bless you as you make that most important decision to trust in Jesus Christ.